24-hour functional satellite of the new facility, and to move one component of police operations, either police community services or some other component, to the Fillmore district, so that these areas, Maston, Fillmore, and Lovejoy, would have the kind of concentrated police presence that is needed in those areas. Unfortunately, the C District, which covers Maston, Fillmore, Lovejoy, and a part of the Ellicott District, is one of the busiest police precincts in the city, has the highest violent crime in the city, and we felt that something very special needed to be done to be able to not only protect those citizens, but to make it possible for all of the elected officials to agree on the plan that we finally were able to come to.
When will the station be fully opened?
The station should be fully opened at the latest by mid-July. We're hoping to see it open by mid-April, but because of some delays in the construction process, the contractor, in my understanding, is saying mid-July, and Public Works is pushing for mid-April. But to be on the safe side, I would say mid-July.
What are the delays, if I may ask?
There were some delays in terms of change orders with some surface conditions that were found, rock, things underground that had to be removed, making sure that the environmental concerns were taken care of. That was a former General Electric plant. It was a brownfield site. We had to make sure that it was fully remediated, and so those were some of the delays that occurred that moved the project back. It was supposed to start early last winter. It didn't. It started a few months later than that. So because of some of those issues, the contractor feels that another couple of months is needed to be able to complete the project. The city is still hoping that it can be done earlier, but right now it looks like it'll be July 15th.
Basically, we're back on track. No issues around windows or...
No issues like that with C District.
You spoke earlier of citizen activism, block clubs. How important is it for citizens to be involved, and what are some of the issues that the block clubs address with you?
It's critical for citizens to be involved. Citizens are the ones that pay the taxes in our community. They're the ones that maintain their homes. They're the ones that raise our children. They're the ones that serve on community boards and agencies and hopefully occupy the jobs in our city. So for citizens to be informed of what's going on in their community and in their government is very critical. So I spend a lot of time attending block club meetings and meetings of the Maston Block Club Coalition, the Maston Neighborhood Advisory Council, so I can inform citizens about what I'm doing, so I can hear what citizens' concerns are. Some of the concerns that citizens raise in the Maston District are concerns about further reducing crime. They're very concerned about drug activity in the community, and so we have been communicating with the police department, writing to the police department, bringing those concerns to their attention. Citizens are also concerned about the delivery of city services, things such as snow removal, garbage pickup, dumping that takes place in the community, making sure that dump sites are removed quickly. Certainly anytime there's an area where dumping takes place in the community, it's unsightly, it's unsanitary, Citizens get very concerned when they see that, and rightfully so. So we work with them to get that information to our Streets Commissioner, Paul Sullivan, who's doing an excellent job and who generally dispatches crews very quickly to remove those dump sites. In addition, citizens have been concerned about tree trimming. And that has been a problem over the years. In the prior administration, the forestry department was decimated. People were laid off, and for many years, the city wasn't trimming trees according to a sound schedule of tree maintenance. We now have, to a degree, rebuilt our forestry department, and the council has provided additional resources to forestry to do emergency tree trimming and to quicken the pace of trimming trees around the city, and citizens have been very pleased with that.
Garbage user fee is still a hot button issue in Buffalo. What do you tell your constituents?
I tell my constituents that the council also is not happy with the garbage user fee, that we too are looking for ways to further reduce the fee or eliminate the fee. The fee, when it initially came to the council in 1996, which was actually my first year on the council, was installed in the city budget to help fill a $16 million gap that we had in our budget at that time. And the original plan was to transfer the fee and garbage service to the county. Well, the leadership of the council advised against that, with the feeling being that if we do that, we will have no control over the fee, over our garbage services, and that in order to be in a position where we, the city council, elected by the taxpayers of the city of Buffalo, can reduce this fee, can work to eliminate this fee, we need to keep it in the city. Every year subsequent, 97, 98, and last year, we have found ways to reduce this fee in modest increments. So we're telling citizens that we're still looking at ways to reduce or eliminate the fee, but we are a poor city with many financial challenges, and unless we can come up with some kind of large revenue or some kind of massive cut in the city budget, it will be difficult to reduce the fee. We are hopeful. You have recently heard discussions about asking the county to share some of that 1% of the sales tax, which would account for between $24 to $27 million. If we could get $24 to $27 million, which we believe would be the city's share of the extra 1% of the county sales tax into the city of Buffalo budget, that would give us the ability to completely eliminate the garbage user fee and to improve the delivery of city services.
Of course, County Executive Giambra is not anxious to write that check, even though a lot of us want to encourage him to do that. What are the alternatives? Do we continue to pay the garbage fee if we don't get that? I mean, the city has a huge deficit.
The city right now is looking at a $27 million deficit. I think that if we can't get County Executive Giambra to write that check, who asked that that check be written just a few months ago when he was still City Comptroller Giambra. When he was City Comptroller, he believed that the county and the former county executive should share that 1% of the sales tax with the city of Buffalo. So it's ironic now that he is county executive, that he is not as willing to share the sales tax as he was when he was city comptroller. However, though, failing the county sharing the sales tax, the additional 1% of the sales tax with the city, we will probably still have a garbage user fee. There are other things that we're looking at to strengthen the city over time. We believe that residency for police and fire going forward is a critical element that we need in the city of Buffalo. We're going to continue to ask the state legislature to give us the ability to pass a residency law that would require all future hires in the police department and the fire department to live in the city of Buffalo. Those are the